Hello everyone, welcome to channel Deep Codes, and today we will discuss a LeetCode weekly contest 23 question longest square streak in an array. So here we are given an integer randoms and we need to find the longest square streak in it. So square streak is a subsequence with at least of length 2, and further uh, after sorting that subsequence each element should be a square of its previous element. So that means if the previous element is 2, the next element must be 4, then 16, then 16 square is 256. So that type of subsequence should be formed. And if no such subsequence is possible, then return -1, else return the length of the maximum possible subsequence. Okay, so let us take a look at this first example. So here first edge case we are given this nums array with 4 3 6 16 8 2 values. See here, if we see 2, then we have its square 4, then 4 square is 16. So that is one possible subsequence. So here in the second test case we are given 2 3 5 6 7. Now let us take 2. For 2 square 4, it's not present, so we can't so there is no subsequence forming with a 2. Then similarly for 3, 9 is not present, and similarly for all the other elements its next element is not present. So a subsequence of length 2 is not possible here, so we simply return -1. Okay. Okay, so for an example we are given this array 2 3 9 7 8 16. Okay, the possible subsequences, longest square streak subsequences are 2, let us take also 4 is also there here, 4. Okay, 16 comma 4, then 2 4 16. The another would be possible is 3 9. Okay, no other another, yeah, one would be possible, would be 4 and 16. So this would be of length 3 of 2, and this would be also of 2. So we would simply return 3 here. Instead of forming a subsequence and then sorting, what we could do is we could directly sort all the given elements. So let us look here. So if we sort is like a 2 3 4 7 8 9, so this is a sorted array. Then what we would do is, let's take the first element 2, then we would check if 4 is present. Yeah, 4 is present, so 16 would become here. Yeah, 4 is present. Then if 16 is present, 16 is present. Then 256 is present, no, stop. And for the next element 3, if 9 is present, yeah, we would move 9. 9 is square, 81 present, no, so stop. Now for 4, we don't have to look at it. Why? Because 4 is already visited, so we would also store a visited array or visited map, so just to take care that if we visited the element or not. Then for 7, is 49 present? No, then not to move ahead. For 8, 64 present? No. Then for 9, visited. Okay, so not to move ahead. And similarly for 16, visited, so not to move ahead. So what we do it, we traverse for 2 3, then not for 4, because all the other elements were visited, or the second square element is not present. So this would make so using this visited array we would efficiently solve this question. Okay, so what we would do is we would require this visited array, and another thing that we would require would be if the element is present or not, that is an unordered map to store that. Let's say for 2, then if we want to check 4 is present or not, so we would store that in the unordered map. Then for similar 16, if 16 present or not, so that's frequency, or if the element present or not, we would use unordered map here. Okay, so I hope you got the logic behind this question and how we would solve them. So now let's move on to the coding part. Okay, let me clear this. Yeah, so the first unordered map, that would be, I would name is as present, just to check that if the element is present or not in this nums. And the second, let me take another unordered map also of int and bool. Let me take it as visited, so to mark the visited, that if that element is visited or not. But another thing to note here is, let's say there are multiple 4s here in this example. If here there are also, let's say apart from this, here also 4 4, but there is no meaning of traversing this 4, because after 4 we would always require 16, and once we have traversed for 2, we automatically traverse for 4 and 16, so no need to traverse for how many times the 4 is present or not. Okay, I hope you got that. Now I will traverse this nums array, and I would make present of n plus plus, or you can also think this as a frequency, then visited of n equal to false. Okay, I would take one answer as -1, initialize it as -1, and I would traverse all the nums again, and yeah, if uh, let me take it current element in current equal to n, and length equals to 0. Now I would move, and now I would first check that if, let's say, visited of current equal to false, then I would check for its subsequent square element. So while present of current uh, not equal to 0, let's say, then what I would do is I would update the current as current into current, that would be the square of that number. I would simply increase this length variable plus plus, and I would just mark visited of current equals to true. Yeah, right. And in the end I would simply make if the length is greater than or equal to 2, then I would mark it answer as maximum of answer comma length. Okay, simple. And I would just return the answer variable here. Now let me try to run this. Okay, so it's both the test cases are passed. Now let me try to submit this. Okay, so we got here signed integer overflow. That is, here if the current is a signed integer, that means an integer, and if we are trying to perform square, that would be out of range of 10 raised to 5. Okay, so the maximum number nums length, sorry, the maximum value a nums can have is 10 raised to 5. So for an example, let's say if we encountered some element of 10 power 5, then we would simply break it, because the square would be 10 power of 10, and that's not present in the element, because the maximum value the element in this nums array can be 10 power 5. So at any point, instead of int, let me take it as long int, and if at any point current is greater than equal to 10 to the power 5, I'll simply break it, and I will just place it here. Okay, got it. So because 10 raised to 5, we have encountered 10 raised to 5, then its next consecutive element must be 10 raised to 10 or any greater number, but that is not possible because the maximum value present here is 10 raised to 5. Okay, so we will simply break it to just overcome this situation. Let me try to again submit this. What is the error? Maximum answer length. Okay, so here it would be integer of length because the answer is integer variable, so both has to be of same data type, then only we can use this function, max function. Okay, it's giving a wrong answer. Okay, so one thing we forgot here is we need to sort this nums element. Just we sorted nums dot begin and nums dot end. Okay, so now let me try to submit this again, and yeah, it got accepted. So the thing here is, so there was one catch here, that if it's greater it 10 to 5, then we need to break it, otherwise it was a simple question. So I hope you like the solution. Make sure you like the video, and thank you. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys like the video, and if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.